Ahoy! Welcome to the indoor shop. Today we're going to take this copper round and turn it into a coin ring. We'll get you set up where you can see better and we'll get started. So this copper round is about the size of a quarter, maybe a little bit bigger than one. First thing we're going to do is anneal it. I got this fireplace brick at Home Depot for a couple of bucks, and annealing the copper just softens it up a little bit, makes it easier to work with. So here we go. Now, for this one, I want a pretty thin band. So I want my hole to be pretty big size. I think I'm going to go with that size punch right there. And this is a self-centering hole puncher. Put down the pilot first, then the coin. And this is cone shaped in here, so when you screw it down, it centers the coin perfectly. Gonna protect it with a little bit of burr life, and I'm gonna give it a knock. I usually sit this down on my knee. I don't want to break my brick accidentally. And there's the center punched out of it. Unscrew the tool. And the coin is stuck on there. Change hammers real quick. And there's our punched out section. It's always a good idea to take a burr, knock down the edges. You can use sandpaper. If there's any small cracks, when you go to press the coin, it'll become a big crack. So I want the side that says Liberty to be facing outward. So I want to make sure to put it face down in the angled die. Let's go over to the press real quick and we'll get this thing cone shaped. You want to try and line it up so you get a good flat push. You can always fix it, but it's easier to do it right from the get-go. So we're starting to get some pressure. The coin's folding. You want to go slow. Feel if it's hardening. It will work harden, in which case you'll have to re-anneal. I'm going to stop right there and take a look at it. So I've got it folded about halfway. I think I'm going to switch to a smaller die. Okay, so I've gone to a smaller die and a smaller push block. And I have also re-annealed the coin to soften it up some more. So we're going to continue this press. And that's about as far as I can go. And that's what we're looking at right now. I'll have to knock this off with a plastic hammer. Nope, came right off. So that's what we're looking at right now. It's still got quite a cone shape to it. We're going to have to take it over and stretch it a little bit or push it through a reduction die, one of the two. We'll get that set up. Okay, so now we're at the ring stretcher. I need to stretch that bottom out to kind of match the top. Now I always use a plastic bag over it to kind of protect the details. Try and get it where you guys can see it too. So we're just going to give it a couple of stretches, little twist each time. And you can see that has straightened it out considerably. I still want a straighter wall on it, so I'm going to push it through a reduction die. So before you go through the reduction die, it's always best to wrap your coin in Teflon tape. That'll help protect the details. I use a really heavy tape, so it'll only take a few wraps around it. Okay, now I just tuck the excess down, get it as best I can, and into the die it goes. Try to get it straight, and we'll try to find a plunger that'll fit it. Okay, we're set up in the press. I had to take a few minutes and touch up the face on my pusher. As you can see, it's not on the cross brace, it's actually on the bracing underneath. So we're going to have to go a little easy on pressing this. We just want to go down until it straightens out and comes close to bottom. With that Teflon tape, it should be a pretty easy press. And that's probably good enough. We'll check it out here. Okay, coming out of the die, you can see it looks more like a ring. Now I'm going to just lightly push with it the other way in there, with the reeded edge down, and that should straighten it out further. Don't know if you can see that, but that's reeded edge down. I'm going to just lightly push it. Okay, light push. Just now taking up. Okay, that ought to be good. We'll take it out and get a look at it. Pretty clean, pretty square. Let's go over to my little mini lathe and I'll knock that inside corner out just a little bit. Okay, so we've got this chucked up. I'm going to spin it up to speed. And then I'm going to use my deburring tool to knock that inside edge down. And after that, I'll hit it with a little bit of 400 grit sandpaper. Try not to whack my fingers. And I'll even pull off a little steel wool and try to clean up the inside a little bit. That's looking pretty good. Now all we got to do is polish it and we'll be done. So underneath my lathe I keep my buffing wheel. I've just got a little polishing compound on this, and we're going to spin this up and see what happens. See if I can't launch the ring across the room. We'll get you back up on the table for some glamour shots. So here we go. Here's the finished results. I'll zoom in on it, and it's a lot of fun doing these projects for you. I don't make as many of these coin rings as I'd like to. Anyways, tell me what you're working on down in the comments. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'll put some still pictures up right about now, and we're done. We'll catch you next time.